And welcome, guys, to Lisp Cantar Podcast. I hope that you're all doing fine. It's my first podcast on this YouTube channel, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm by myself today, but soon enough, I'm gonna find a co-host to do this with me because it's gonna be more fun, more fun. So yeah, but today we have a lot to talk about. Also, the podcast is going to be every Monday, one time a week. We are talking about track and field, professional track and field, because college track and field I don't follow that much, and it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. We have a lot of things to talk about today, so let's get right into it. And the first thing I want to talk about is the season opener of Trayvon Bromell. I saw the race. He was looking good. He was looking smooth, and my boy has his form is so freaking good. Like, he's just too smooth with it. I mean, it's almost like it's looking too good. It's looking too good that it's maybe not the best way to run. I don't know. But yeah, the grade opener 6.62. I mean, it's not super fast. It's not like Kishane Thompson. We're gonna discuss about it, later. But yeah, 6.62 is a great opener. He's been out of competition for 1 year now, so he's just coming back slowly but surely, and he's gonna do some great thing this season, I think, if he stay healthy, of course. But I can see him definitely challenging for the 2025 Indoor World Championships, in the 60-meter dash, running 6.4 high, 6.4 lows, maybe, who knows, but I hope to see him, also compete very soon in another meet with some faster people, because in the race, really, there was nobody who was challenging him, so he was not going all out. So I'm expecting him to go 6.5 in his next race, maybe against some tougher competition. But yeah, just happy to see with Trayvon Bromell back. He's a good runner, and I think that he can do some great things indoor and outdoor. So yeah. But now we have also Kishane Thompson, 648. That's absolutely crazy, with a minus 2.1 headwind in his face. I mean, what can I say? It's Kishane. Kishane Thompson is a great 60-meter runner. I mean, he's been, always splitting some fast 60 meters. At the Jamaican trials, his 60-meter split was 6:36. At Paris, it was 6:41, and he did not add a great start. So, I mean, of course, he's going to open the season with 6.4, but, I've seen on the internet, everybody talks about 6.3, the win conversion with his 6:48, and I don't believe in that. I don't believe that this was a 6.3. Maybe I'm wrong. We're going to see soon, because he's going to open his indoor season, very soon in the 60-meter dash, and we are going to finally see what he can do indoor. But, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, maybe I'm wrong, and he's gonna do 6.3. But I think that this race was definitely a 6.4 low. But 6.3, I mean, it's we are talking about Maurice Green. We are talking about Christian Coleman, faster than everybody else. And I don't know about that. Faster than like Asafa Powell, etc. We're gonna wait and see, but that was definitely a good race, that's for sure. But it's Kishane Thompson, so of course he's a great 60-meter runner, and I think that if he takes this indoor season seriously, he can win. He can definitely win, and he can challenge the world record, maybe go 6.3 high, at the end of this indoor season. But at the moment, if he really can open his season with a 6.3, that is just crazy. And maybe this season we're gonna see him run 9.7, very low, challenge Asafa Powell, challenge Justin Gatlin on the all-time list. And I think that this is possible, but 6.3 in January, it's kind of difficult to process. But maybe. We're gonna see. Next up, we have Noah Lyles versus Marcell Jacobs in the 60-meter dash on February, the 2nd of February, so it's gonna be a good race. It's a season opener for both of them, so I'm not expecting some crazy times like 6.4 lows or something around this, but I don't know. I think that the race is going to be between like 6.5 lows and 6.4 high. And then I don't know who's going to win. It's difficult. Noah is, becoming a really tough opponent in the 60 meters. 6.43 is now his PB from last year. So it's very fast. But Marcell Jacobs, I think, is a better 60 meter guy than Noah. He has a PR of 6.41. He beat out Christian Coleman at the World Indoor Championship in 2022. And he has split some very fast 60 meter time. So I think that he's going to take the win. But, with Noah, you never know. You never know. And he has won this meet 3 times in a row. So he's going to be motivated to drop, to conserve his title. So I'm excited for it, but I have to go with Marcell Jacobs on this one. But we're going to see. It's going to be fun. Next up, I have Quincy Wilson in the 500 meters. First of all, I'm a Canadian and I never heard of a 500 meters. I don't know if it's just, in the high school out of that, but what is this distance? Lately I've seen a 600-yard dash or something like this. What is this? That's why our sport is not taken seriously. What is that distance? Why is somebody running the 600-yard dash? This is not making sense. But anyway, back to Quincy Wilson. That was a good race. He dropped a fast time. And I don't think that he's peaking right now. And I hope he's not peaking right now because, he's trying to go to the World Championship in September and all of that. So I think that he's not in peak shape. And the other guy who was in the race, he's a high schooler, and obviously he's going to peak sooner, but that was very impressive, and I was not expecting Quincy to lose this race. So shout out to Salvadon, I think is his name. So, that was very fun to watch, honestly. Then we have the season opener of Letsile in the 400 meters, and I was waiting on this for I don't know how many times, but I want to see him run some more 400 meters because if I'm being honest, guys, he has more potential for me in the 100 meters, in the 400 meters than in the 100 meters. I think he can challenge the world record. Maybe not this season because it's kind of a stretch to say that a 100 and 200 meter guy is going to beat the world record in his first year of doing the 400 meters, but we never know because his splits from Paris was so fast. 43.03, second fastest 400 meter split of all time. So at the moment he can go 43.2, I think, in the 400 meter dash in September. Not right now, but he's definitely going to open his season with, I don't know, a 44 low or something like this because it's Letsile. Just look at last year. He broke the 300 meter world record in February. So definitely he can go very fast in the 400 meters. So like I said, I'm expecting him to go at least 44 lows or maybe even 43 because that man is just, he's ridiculous. So I'm excited for it, and I hope that this season he's gonna do the 200 and 400 meter double. That will be absolutely crazy. We have never seen that except from Michael Johnson, and that was a crazy double. And since then nobody has touched it. Try this. So let's see, please do the 200 meter 400 meter double. And like I said, if there's only one person who can do it, it's him. It's definitely him. Now we gotta talk about Malachi Murray. It's not a guy that you've probably heard of, but he's a 60 and 100 meter guy from Canada, and he's running very fast. And I'm expecting him to go 9.9 this season. And I just wanted to highlight the fact that Canada has been developing very fast in the sprint, like in the 100 meters. We have now Audrey Leduc, Malachi Murray. We have another guy, I don't remember his name, but he has run like 10.0 multiple times last season. Then, of course, we have Andre Grasse, we have Aaron Brown, Jerome Blake, etc. But Canada is really becoming something in the sprints, and I'm excited for it. I want to see some Canadian, on the podium, doing some great things, running some fast times. So keep an eye on Malachi Murray because he's going to do some great things this season. Now, next up, we have some, changing coaches that I want to talk about because Christian Coleman is now with Dennis Mitchell. And that is a good thing, I think. That is a very good thing. I don't know if I think that Christian Coleman was with the same coach for almost his entire career. So that is a, special thing for him to change coaches. I think that he's with Sha'Carri Richardson. He's, so that's why he's now coach with Dennis Mitchell, but that's a great thing. I think that Dennis is going to do a lot of good things with him, and I hope that he's not going to run the indoor season and that he's only going to focus on the 100 meters because he has so much potential in that event. And I think that Christian Coleman, in peak form, he can go 9.7 low. That's just what I think. His potential is very high, and I'm excited to see what Dennis is going to do with him. I think that we're going to see some great things from him this season, and I just hope that he's going to be back in the 9.7 shape, that, Fred Curley is going to be back in 9.7 shape, because if they are all in 9.7 shape, just like, think about it. Noah Lyles, 9.7. Kishane Thompson, 9.7. Christian Coleman, 9.7. Fred Curley, 9.7. And Oblique Seville, 9.7. We can see the greatest season of every season, all time. Like the fastest season of all. Last year was very special, but now there's a lot of guys who are running so fast. Like Kenny Sabini can definitely go 9.7 too. And there's a lot of people, so I'm excited for it. So yeah, Christian Coleman, that I think is a great thing that he's now with Dennis Mitchell, and I'm excited to see the result of that coaching changes. Now we have Andre Grasse, who's not with Rana Raider anymore, and he's training with Mike Holloway in Florida, with Arian Knighton and Joseph Fambule, etc. So I think that is also a great change. He's going to push himself with Arian in practice, and I'm hoping that we're gonna see Andre Grasse back, in his 19.6 shape of 2021. That will be absolutely crazy. So I'm excited. Michael is a great coach, and yeah, I just hope that we're gonna see Andre is back to full health and back running like 9.8 and 19.6, 19.5, because Andre has a lot of potential, but he gets too much. He's injured a lot, and just like Trayvon Bromell or Marvin Bracey, that's as stopping him to perform really well, but he has a lot of potential. So that's it. And then finally, I want to talk about Michael Cherry making his comeback. I really liked Michael Cherry when he was running like 44 hole, like every competition in 2021, I think. So it's great to see him back. He just ran 800 meters. Not a very fast time, but he's a 400 meter guy, so I understand it completely. It's just like me. If I'm a 100 and 200 meter guy, and if I go run the 400 meters, I'm going to die, and I'm not going to run fast at all, like 51, 52. So I understand you, Michael. Like it's all right. Just go back to the 400 meters. It's your bread and butter, and yeah, I'm excited to see what he's going to do this season. I'm not expecting him to go like 44s in his first season back, but that would be great. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say in this podcast. So I hope that you like it. If you do, like and subscribe to the channel. And like I said, each week I'm going to do a podcast. I'm trying to find a co-host, and hopefully I'm gonna find it soon. And yeah, so see you on the next podcast.